All right. All right, all right, all right. What is going on? Hello, hello. Welcome in. We got a pretty laid back night tonight. I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, but wanted to go live, hang out for a bit, so figured something's better than nothing. What's going on, Necro? How you doing, my friend? Doing good. We like to hear that.
What the hell are you on?
What the hell are
Have
you
you
on?
been smoking some funny cigarettes or something?
I don't know if that's Lavano or Iavano. Zeke 01. Either way. I think it's Lavana Zeke. Lavana Zeke. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. If you have any questions about gold making, please feel free to ask. But I also have some resources available and working on creating more resources as the days go by. Those are available in the Discord if you're interested. Can just call me Lava if it's easier. That is way easier. Thank you. I will do that. So yes, thank you so much for the follow, Lava. Really appreciate you. So yeah, in the Discord, I've got some TSM profiles available currently. Links to some different videos. And in the works is basically a Google Sheet that will ideally make gold making fairly easy. So I'll show you what it looks like so far. It's gone through several iterations. As I'm building it, I'm realizing there's some things that I need to do differently. So I decided to make a whole sheet that is specifically, or a whole tab of the sheet specifically just for prices. Because initially I had prices and then profits on the same sheet. But as I'm building out more sections of this, it's starting to get a lot onto that one page. And I'm starting to think if I just had one page dedicated to price sources, and then this page I'll eventually rename from prices to I don't know, profit or whatever. Because then I can kind of just slide both of these over, and then I can have a whole extra quarter of the page for additional profit making stuff. So it should be really nice, actually. It should be really convenient. All you'll need to do, if you wanted to do some prospecting, for example, you would just come in here. You could use this for getting the price sources in Auctionator, and then it'll even be in line for you. So you can just plug that into Auctionator, do the shopping scan, and then just go down the line, entering the prices for each thing, and it'll tell you if prospecting is profitable. Or if you want to do crushing, same thing. Unraveling, same thing. And now I've been working on cooking. So I've done a whole lot of maths over here, in crafting and just the whole spiel, and doing the Growl's Veneration crafting is actually definitely worth it. based off of the most recent crafting session I did, the profit would have been 35,000 gold. So, yeah, pretty sweet. Just heads up, first round of ads are coming here soon, and then they should hopefully be tapered off for a bit, but about 40 seconds till those come in. All right. This chat bug, by the way, is the most annoying thing. It's actually making me so aggravated because it just, my chat resets on a daily basis, or like literally, I think it's every time you log out and log back in, your chat settings reset. And so just constantly seeing the spam is kind of obnoxious. All right. Come on. Did you already do it and I just wasn't paying attention? You must have. Getting a good amount of souls amassed here. Excited to go through and open those. Not sure exactly when I'm going to do that. Chat settings are per character. I know. I wish it was just an account-wide thing. Definitely would make life easier. But I think there's actually a bug right now, too, that resets your chat settings every single time you log out and log back in. So that's no fun. All right, let's get the third account going here. Right. Just keep doing our post scans as well. I crafted up like, I can't remember the exact number, like 1,200 or something feasts last night. I think we can actually see. Oh, like 1,600. So basically somebody in Discord was talking about how they've been doing Graal's veneration crafting for profit, so I decided to give it a shot, and the crafting for this wasn't even as profitable as it could be, because I eventually incorporated salads on the side. However, I didn't use salads on the side for crafting the 1,000-bone tongue slicer and the aromatic seafood platters. I only used it for when I was actually doing the Graal's veneration craft for the banquet. So I kind of had to redo the crafting process this morning to include the salads on the side with the crafting of the seafood platters and the 1,000-bone tongue slicer. When I didn't include the salads on the side for crafting those, the profit overall was about half. Maybe a little under half. So definitely important to include the salads on the side for crafting all aspects of the Graal's veneration crafting that you're doing. And I would also recommend, what would I recommend? I would also recommend crafting the salads on the side. It's actually profitable just to craft salads on the side. Like, here's my salad on the side crafting. So I crafted 1,500 of them. It cost me 7,600 gold to craft. And the total gross sales was, or gross worth was like almost 15K, which is a profit of 7,300 gold if I sold the salads on the side. What I did is crafted with them, so I got what my cost was per salad on the side and incorporated this cost when I was crafting my, uh, you know, other cooking dishes. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it's fairly easy. I would say if you don't have multiple accounts, then crafting the salad on the side is the least in priority. But it's also worth maybe doing, like if you're starting to build up a stock of feasts, then you might as well put some time into crafting just a shit ton of salads on the side, and then you just have them for your next round of like mega crafting the feasts. Lava, BRB, gonna get on my PC. No worries. All right. How hard was it to get the recipes? So the cooking recipes are actually pretty easy. So the Growl's Veneration recipe comes from doing the and I'm sorry if the webcam's like super dark. I don't know what to do about it. Tried turning on lights, but it just, I don't know, whatever. The Growl's Veneration comes from doing the Tuskar feast. So once you do the 5 tasks for the chef and you turn in that quest and you get that item you can open, you have a chance. Well, there's like 3 different Growl's recipes that all craft the grand banquet of the Kaluak or whatever. So you have a chance of getting one of the 3 recipes. So Growl's Veneration is the one that I've done so far. I am inclined to take a look and see what the profitability potentially looks like with the other recipes, the other banquet recipes, but I'm kind of unsure about them because well, I'm not on my my cook so far, but I'm unsure about them because one of them actually has like 3 expensive materials that go into crafting it, whereas like Growl's Veneration only has 2. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. At least for the time being, I've got Growl's Veneration. That'll be good enough. I might add in some other cooking, like shuffles or whatever that you could do, but we'll see. Excuse me. So that's how you get the Growl's recipes, and then salad on the side I think comes from Dragon Scale Expedition Renown rank 13. It's locked behind some sort of renown, so. And then there is one that you could also do, which is Yusa's Hearty Stew, maybe is what it's called. I don't have that recipe, but some people do, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, some weeks barter bricks require Yusa's Hearty Stew, or there's something that requires Yusa's Hearty Stew, I think, occasionally. So it can be pretty profitable to do. So yeah, lots of things to look into in cooking, and I'm super psyched that that. Oh, it's lava. You're the one. Lava's the one from Discord. By golly. I'm psyched, Lava, that you mentioned that. My man. You inspired me with first trying the Dust Spirit, and you inspired my cooking crafting. But now that I've said that, I feel like I might have that a little backwards with names. I'm going to double check just because I want to make sure I'm right on that. Okay, no, so my apologies. I was wrong on that. So, Ludochi was the cooking hookup, and lava was the first try on the dust spirit. Hell yeah. Oh, but you are making breakfast. I mean, I should probably cook myself something, but be dinner for me. That's all. You know what's interesting? I was actually thinking about this after you said that you got the dust spirit first try. When I first did like my first round of soul farming, I opened the same amount of souls that I open on a regular basis now, and I got 1 to 2 pets per soul type. And now when I go through and do my soul openings, I open the same amount. It's roughly like 30 souls per type, and I am like lucky to get 2 pets out of the whole thing. So I don't know. What makes me skeptical is I've seen people like on Reddit talk about like, you know, like this conspiracy that Blizzard increases drop chances on like new. My accounts aren't new by any means, but maybe since I was like new to that farm, the drop chances were increased or something. And now that I've been doing it a ton, drop chances are like throttled. I doubt it, but makes you think. All right. So I want to check on my other accounts as well. See how things are going here. I did, by the way, I got my Death Knight, and I also got another character on my Diet Pepsi's account. I got both of them set up with the tailoring cooldowns. So that was kind of nice because since I had characters on 2 accounts, I just basically flew with my Death Knight and had my other character tag along. So I was able to just 2 birds, 1 stone, basically. All right, so we've had some decent sales on this account so far, or on this server. Not bad by any means. I do need to do a restock of all these mounts. So that is something that I intend to do tonight. Maybe we'll do that fairly soon. Because I did also get a fairly solid restock of living steel. So I was doing a fair bit of ghost iron ore farming, and the ghost iron ore transmutes turned into, I can't remember exactly how much living steel I have, but I think it's like 150 or 60 or so. The Hearthstone event bag I've been getting on every tune first try, only did recently come back to WoW. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think the bag is not something that people usually are getting on first try. Like, I don't think, like, you would probably think like, oh, it must be a guaranteed drop, but I don't think it is. So that's interesting. Mal'Ganis has not been treating us so good on sales so far. I think I've seen somebody in chat say they're on Mal'Ganis before, so maybe they're swooping in under me. You thought it was guaranteed, but 10% drop chance? Damn. Yeah, you've been lucking out then, hey? All right. Yeah, so I got Whoa Black Betty set up with tailoring and my Death Knight, like I was saying. Pretty soon here I'll be able to get Blamalam set up with tailoring, and then I'll be able to start getting Semi-Nips leveled. Semi-Nips was named by Palpatine Nips, so that's just a reminder. I think it's 3,000 channel points. You can name my next alt. On Twitch, obviously, for you YouTube viewers, I apologize. YouTube isn't as good in that regard. I wish YouTube had channel points and that kind of thing. Be fun. All right. What did I want to do? Yes, I remember. Restock. So, let's pop this bad boy back out. Get to the right sheet. Where's the one? There it is. All right. So I have 186 living steel. Okay. Shit, yeah. So I don't know how many of each mount I should craft. And I do know that I have some orbs of mystery left over as well. So maybe... Let's see if we did 8. No, probably need more than that. What about like 12 of each? Is that insane? I don't know how much that would cost. Capyrium rocket. And then I guess I need to look and see if it's worth crafting the Mechano Hog right now, or if I'd just be better off buying it. So it's saying it'd cost 19K to craft. Cheapest across the US servers is 22.9. So yeah, I would say it's probably worth crafting instead. Mr. Savik, what's going on, my friend? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. All right, dope. I have almost all the... No, I don't have close to enough of living steel, actually. But that's okay. You know what? Maybe I should do craft queue instead. Because then I can just create a shopping list. 12. 12. Oh. Am I maybe getting a little ahead of myself here? I don't know that I want to necessarily go broke. You know what I mean? That's an expensive ticket right there. But we gonna do it. This is a gamble. Well, it's not a gamble, right? Like, as long as I set min prices, it's just who knows how long it's gonna take to sell through this shit. But I crafted a fair bit of the living steel. So that's going to increase profit quite a bit. Big Brez. Make sure I get the right name here. Say 2,000,005. You know, I wonder. Do you think Craft Sim is accounting for the orbs as well? Like when it says it's going to cost like over 2 million gold to craft all this, it's got to be accounting for the orbs. Yeah, there's no way it's not. You started a cross server now. I sure did. I'm on 3 servers now, Mr. Savignon, and one of the servers I'm on, I might swap out of, because it hasn't been too good to me so far. All right. Well, let's get. Oh wait, I probably need to hit the mailbox. I don't care. I assume it would count all mats. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we know that this stuff's profitable. TSM said it's profitable, so I trust. But if this isn't, yeah, because the most expensive thing. So me having this living steel is going to increase the profitability of all this crafting that I'm doing by 73k. Well, I don't know. Actually, it probably knows that I have that. Whatever. Let's send it. Yep, it is having me buy the Orbs of Mystery from here, but obviously I won't do that. But I need 78 of them. I'm just going to write that down. Shit, I don't know what I just bought. This is so annoying. What have you guys been making some cash lean on? Any good sellers so far this week for you? Wow. Living steel has gone down tremendously. All right, and let me write down what I need for orbs. Okay, and then salvaged. Oh, salvaged. Elementium goblin. $12. 96. Okay. All right. Let's do some big spending here. The eggs for me still going strong. What eggs are you referring to, Mr. Savignon? My fastest that I have to keep restocking is bags. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, deviled eggs. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Mr. Savignon, have you tried doing Growl's veneration crafting? Somebody in Discord was talking about it last night, and so I gave it a shot, and I'll show you what came of it. But pretty solid profit, and he's on EU, so I think if I remember correctly, you're on EU as well, so that mean it'd probably have some worth or value for you. But yeah, just to show you, so I did Growl's veneration crafting. So what I did is I crafted, I bought the materials to craft 1,000 of each main dish. So the aromatic seafood platter and the 1,000-bone tongue slicer. So I bought the materials to craft all of those, including buying the materials to craft salad on the side. And I calculated the price of the salad on the side at my crafting cost or my price after crafting, because it's otherwise like 4 gold, almost 5 gold per salad, but I crafted them, so it's a bit cheaper. So it came out to roughly 70k per dish to craft 1,000 of them, which is like 133k roughly investment overall. But the results that I got was almost 5,000 aromatic seafood platter valued at 77,200 and 4,600 1,000-bone tongue slicer valued at 86k. Then crafting that all down into Growl's veneration, again using salad on the side that I actually I need to update this because the price is not. The price is that. So that left a profit of 37,573 gold for crafting Growl's veneration. The only thing I don't currently have for that is time spent. It is an involved process for sure. Deviled eggs, I actually haven't crafted, but I'd imagine deviled eggs is like very AFK. The Growl's veneration is definitely more involved. The 1,000-bone tongue slicer and the aromatic seafood platter are AFK, and salad is obviously AFK. But the Growl's veneration, you have to buy frosted rime fin tuna, and so you have to open them. Each one takes 1 slot in your bag. Bags fill up, you got to craft what you can, open up more, craft what you can, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, it's an involved process, but it doesn't take a whole long time to do. Well, yes, that's the thing. The rhinefin tuna, if you buy the frosted, which is what you do, you don't have to go out and do the farming for it. But it is definitely a process, and like you said, if prices are being reset, that doesn't help. All right, so Orbs of Mystery, we need 78. Well, that's painful. All right, Elementium, whatever, we need 12. Salvaged Iron, whatever, we need 12. And Goblin Machine, whatever, we need 96. Oof. Okay. Well, we have a lot more gold than I was expecting. But I'll take it. Basilisk eggs are currently 9 gold on EU. Oh, yeah. That's a lot. They were 4 gold yesterday, but I managed to craft 18k deviled eggs before. Oh, nice. You got lucky there. Well, so another thing, just in case you, well, darn, you're at an ad now, so I'll wait. Okay, yeah, this is where I want to be. Oh, I hadn't considered I still need to buy the geosynchronous world spinner mats and get that crafted. So that's going to be a bit more, but not a big deal. All right. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. So, yeah, Mr. Suffington, I'm not sure if you've heard me say this. I talked about it a bit in like the previous stream, but I think that's it. But that sheet that I just showed you, like with the profit details for that feast and whatnot, this is a sheet that I'm going to be making available to everybody. So it's going to have all different types of like, different crafting that you can do. That's like kind of following the idea of crafting the crafting materials you need to craft, or just kind of like shuffles with prospecting and whatnot. So I'm going to have that built in, or have like the Graal's veneration stuff built into this. So you'll be able to input your server's prices, and it'll tell you if it's profitable. But now I do kind of want to maybe try to farm out the deviled eggs recipe, because I think that would be a good one to also have on that sheet. Maybe I should try and do that. It can't be that hard, right? I feel like the only challenging part's going to be getting the vault keys to to do it. Oh, my inventory's full. What the heck? Like, is getting the Zaskura Vault keys a challenge nowadays? I have not collected my sales yet from the eggs, but I've been doing them for 2 weeks, and my mailbox on the first page is currently at 2.3 million. Holy shit. How much have you spent? Everyone's going to ask that, right? About 5 million so far. Okay. So, I mean, if you follow, like, if you assume that you have 300 males and you assume that, you know, each 100 is similar, then you're looking at 7 mil in the mailbox potentially so far. Maybe more, maybe less, but probably at least like a 2 mil profit in 2 weeks. Does that sound right? About right to you, Mr. Savignon? It's a solid fucking profit, dude. Inflatable Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. I have a shit ton of living steel left over too. Oh, duh, because I still have to do the rockets. The rockets, I think, are going to be kind of a pain to do. I kind of like almost need a second guild bank unless I mean obviously these tabs are pretty empty. But I feel like it won't be like a long time until a second guild bank would be worth it. So here's something that's kind of exciting. I can now craft a Rascal Bot, 2 Rascal Bots, 2 Pierres, one or the other, or a Sky Golem. Now, I'd be half tempted if I crafted a Pierre to learn it, because I think from what I heard is you can use them to cook. So I don't know. Any suggestions would be welcomed. I can't wait for War Within so I can put my other realm tunes in my guild bank. Oh shit, that's gonna be nice. Are they gonna make it possible to have bigger guild banks then? I hope so, but doubt it. Knowing Blizzard. Yeah, you can cook with the Pierre. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Oh, I think there's like a portable anvil though, right? I'm just gonna stick these in here. Should look into doing all the illusions for cross server. Are those illusions that you're talking about like illusions that were introduced with Dragonflight enchanting? All of them from Classic to Dragonflight? Gotcha. Probably takes quite the effort to amass all those recipes, though, hey? Like, I feel like that would be a lot. I'd also imagine that some of them are probably like difficult to get either behind like, you know, raid, dungeon, or reputation grinds. I could be wrong. I don't know. Well, yeah, Necro, I'm happy to hear that there's not going to be realm restrictions. I hadn't considered that with the whole warband thing. But I feel like I should just like have the assumption that everything is going to basically be like, is there going to be anything that's not like when it comes to your own personal account, is there going to be anything that's not just like completely conjoined? Other than like personal banks, like character specific bank slots. I don't know. Scope, what's going on, my friend? How are you? I am just restocking on a bunch of mounts right now. I crafted 12 of each color panther, minus the jeweled one. And then crafted 3 of them into the jeweled, so I have 9 of each color and 3 of the jeweled. And then I'm making 12 mechano hogs, 12 rockets, and 12 world spinners. So we're just doing a restock. And I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Tomorrow's Friday. Stoked about that. Could not be happier about that, to be completely honest. We love Fridays. We're on board with Fridays. I don't know what those macros are, but I'd hate to accidentally click one. All right, so I don't know where these waypoints are coming from. Get out of here. Should I do anything with the Jard's peculiar energy source? I think these are technically more profitable. So, what has a higher sell rate? 0.009, 0.007. We are crafting 2 Pierres. Oh, duh. Like, why can't I craft it? From memory, Warband tab thing was like reagents tab and regular bank. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, great. So let me send Crippled some cash. I don't know how much it's going to cost. Nice. I still need to do those Panther mounts. Never got to them. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... it's not great profit by any means, scope, but it's not bad. And it's a pretty easy passive thing you can do, like especially if you're just going to buy all the materials off the auction house. Like I do some of the gathering, like I do a lot of ghost iron ore gathering, so I just transmute that like through processing it over into ultimately living steel. But even if you just bought the living steel off the auction house, which I do because I don't get enough living steel to fulfill all the crafting needs, but depending on your server, like it could be like my server, like Area 52 specifically, it's only maybe like 1,500 to 2,000 gold profit. But even to me, like that's worth it because it takes me like a few minutes to craft them, and then I just have those just kind of sitting, chilling, and going. And then you can expand into even more crafted mounts and kind of, you know, you're on 5 servers, so you could really cover some ground with crafted mounts if you got into it, scope. Or you're on at least 5 servers. I don't know how many you actually are. Lava, this is a bit of a random question, but how do you scale up your gold making? I'm sitting on 200K. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of like depends. I that's a good question. I think like the first like the you first have to start. Like so that's the biggest thing. Is like if you don't really do gold making currently, the first thing you need to do is just start doing something. So that can be there could be like professions doing commodities within Dragonflight professions. That could be doing, if you have multiple alts, that could be going around and doing world quests, like specifically on Magpie times in like the special zone, or even just not even paying attention to Magpie, but doing world quests and doing the gold world quest, but also the flying ones. And So like depending on the route you take, like I could also like for example, like if you do go the crafting route, if you started like doing inking specifically within inscription, just start doing that. And then once you start doing inking, expand into milling. And so then you can mill some of the pigments that you then craft into inks. And then once you start doing that and kind of get a hang of it, you'll kind of naturally just all of a sudden be like, well, there's got to be more. Like, what else can I do? Then you can start looking into other professions, and then maybe you expand into jewel crafting, and so now you're doing inks. But then once you have all the inks and you're selling those, instead of crafting more inks, you're prospecting or crushing gems and getting the silk and gem dust from that. And it's just it's like that process. Like as you like do that and you do the next step, you're going to look for a new market to expand into. And you figure that out by like watching videos on YouTube. You can do your own research. If there's plenty of gold making, resources online like Reddit, there's a ton of discords. So there's all kinds of things, and you can just start looking into other markets that people are in. And like, that's the biggest thing is just like, you'll naturally start looking for new markets once you're ready for it. Once you've got like the market that you're in, you've got it figured out, you'll naturally just be like, okay, what else can I do now? And then eventually you might have so many different gold making things in your or strategies in your arsenal. Maybe you start phasing out the ones that aren't as profitable and start doing the ones that are more profitable. And then maybe some of them take more time and some of them take less time. Like me doing these mounts, it doesn't take a whole long time for me to do these mounts. I'm crafting 12 of each mount right now so that I don't have to worry about crafting mounts for probably like the next couple of weeks. I can put my gold making time into other things. Like 4x4 farming or I mean 2x4, or whatever else I want to do. Let's see here. Time to work on professions more instead of transmog / world quests. Yeah, so the challenge with transmog and world quests. So world quests, the challenge with world quests is, they're abundant, like especially if you have alts, but they're just not time for gold value for time spent is not nearly as worth it, right? You're spending a lot more time knocking out these world quests for not as much gold value. And with transmog, it can be great, but it can also be super misleading if you're looking at like gold per hour. Thank you all for gold. Transmog can be super misleading if you're looking at videos on YouTube of people doing little different transmog farms, because if you get like with transmog farming, the biggest thing is, you're banking on complete RNG for the valuable stuff to drop. And then once you put in however much time, maybe you get super lucky and you get something huge on your first run. Great, but you're not going to get something crazy on your next 150,000 runs. Who knows? You know what I mean? So you're banking on that. And then once you get the great item, you're banking on somebody to buy it. But if you're in a commodities market, like doing inks or gems or files, like anything commodity wise, like, there's going to be a market for it. Everybody's playing current content. If you're selling resources that help people play their current content better, it's going to fly. So investing into current expansion professions can be really beneficial in that regard too. So yeah, I have a video on YouTube if you're curious. It's a kind of an in-depth guide to inscription and jewel crafting. So you could certainly check that out, and that'll kind of go through the process. I do need to get caught up on chat real quick here, but real quick, what's the fastest way to find what's profitable on my server within a profession? Craft sim. Yeah, so craft sim's probably really important, but I think also it just kind of is like knowledge of what people are doing. Excuse me, sorry. if you've played any of the current content, then you probably have an idea of like what people are going for. Um, and then like also like with an inscription, for example, like missives wise, like people are gonna buy the missives that are like main stats for their crafted gear over missives for like crafted profession equipment. So you can expect higher sell rates with the main stat missives over the profession equipment missives. So kind of just following that logic, I think. All right, I'm so sorry. I have neglected everybody else. I'm going to read back here. Just recently, All for Gold, welcome in, by the way. I hope you're having a great evening. Just recently purchased the epic version of War Within and 5 months of game time. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Similar to the most other mounts, Chopper, Valley of the Sands, all low profit. Yep, pretty much. Managed to recoup the 1.5 mil. Oh, so you bought the War Within in 5 months of game time with tokens. Hell yeah. I didn't connect those dots at first, but that's awesome. Congrats. Did you play the Battle Royale? I haven't got the chance yet. Got my friend from Netherlands over. I have not. Well, I take that back. I played like 1 or 2 rounds of the Battle Royale, and I was like, I could be making some gold right now. I'm sure I'll check it out, but I'm sure it's probably unbalanced in some regards right now, so maybe wait until give it some time. Let the devs balance it out. But we'll see. If you have a 200K in a little time, I would 100% do Inscription and JC. Yeah. Inscription and JC are great professions. Des, hello. Welcome in, by the way. How are you? Hope you're having a great evening. Gold per hour for World Quest was low, or was around 15K, which feels low. Yeah, 15K isn't bad, but there's certainly better things, right? Take baby steps in jewel crafting Inscription. Somebody has that. Oh, thank you, All for Gold. You're so kind. So do I put Inscription on my druid? It feels like a crime. Why does it feel like a crime? I am intrigued by that. All right, let's get 12 of these crafted. Okay. No thanks. I'm gonna let it expire then. All right. If you have time, I'd make a note with the racial increase to increase the profession. I usually have leave druids for dual gathering. So what you could do if you were going to like create a character specifically with the intention of having their racial, I would definitely, I don't know which one has it. I think it's Draenei for jewel crafting. You would want the jewel crafting racial, because Inscription you can level up super easily. So that would be an option. I need 36 orbs. All right, I need a bit more gold. Let's see, what do I have right now? 483. Legion, what's going on, my friend? How are you this evening? Either druids or the races can be druids tend to have herbalism bonus. So yeah, in regards to dual gathering for druids or pure, they are for old content, but they're not really pure for like modern day WoW, right? Like you just spec into gathering while mounted in the trees, and you fly quicker with dragon riding, and then like you could make a Tauren to have the increased mining speed. But yeah, I don't think druids are like, unless you like do a lot of old world farming, then obviously that would make sense. I don't know if I have enough gold on this character actually. Tired of Plunderstorm. Last attempts hit more Hearthstone bags. Gotcha. Yeah, Lava was saying that he's had 100% drop rate on those Hearthstone bags on all his characters. Ain't that some shit? Druids can harvest herbs in flight form. Yeah, but so what I mean is, Druid would still be is still the best gatherer for non Dragonflight content, right? But for Dragonflight content, everybody can farm ore or mine ore and gather herbs while mounted, and then you can just cruise around and on your dragon riding mount. So it's not as important in Dragonflight specifically. Lucky Bloke, I'm averaging search pit every other event. It must be because my account is relatively new. Shirley. Hey, don't call him Shirley. Sorry, that was a stupid joke. It didn't even make sense either. But, yeah. If you believe in the conspiracy, which why wouldn't you at this point? All right. We about to have a lot of mounts. I always forget that button doesn't mute my mic in this. If you/they have it unlocked. You mean if they have what unlocked? Mr. or Mrs. Sorry. Just Legion. What did I need? 36 orbs. Perfect. I have Pathfinder Dragon Isles done. There's a Pathfinder for Dragon Isles? I didn't even realize that. What does it unlock? Can't believe I didn't realize that. All right. Where does this go? Let's disable all this chat spam real quick. Cool. Farming while mounted, don't you have to have it max on each tree or whatever? No, I think it's just the main like tree in each profession. You just have to have that maxed out to unlock farming while mounted. Did it not mail? Zunk. Lava, my man. Thank you so much for the sub. That's very kind of you. That's really appreciated. So, like, seriously, thank you. Obviously, I said it earlier, but if you have any questions, please continue to feel free to ask. So, yeah, thank you so much. Very nice of you. So it unlocks normal flying. Gotcha. I guess I didn't realize that. Did they nerf it and you get it automatically? Herbalism, botany, tree, botany, specialization, 40 points. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Legion. So 40 points into that botany specialization would give you that. And then it'll be something very similar for mining.
What the hell are you on?
What the hell are you
Have you
on?
been smoking some funny cigarettes or something?
Fader, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. If you have any questions about gold making, please feel free to ask. Also, I have a Discord, and that Discord has some resources in it, like TSM profiles. Pretty soon here, it's going to have some Google Sheets that I've been making that have some different gold making like methods built into it. And all you have to do is put in prices on your server / region, and it'll tell you what's profitable and what's not to craft. So that'll be a pretty handy tool, I think, for a lot of people. So yeah, that'll be in Discord. You can do !Discord if you want a link to it. Let's see here. Scribes need herbs. JC needs ore. You can do dual crafting if you have alts to support them. Yeah, you could certainly do that. Fader, haven't played retail in like 9 months. Well, welcome back. Have you been playing Season of Discovery? And do you do gold making in there if that's what you've been playing? Okay, I've decided Drag Theater is getting Inscription or JC here both. Yeah, I think Inscription and JC are two good professions to pair. They don't really like share anything material wise. So there are certainly better professions, like for example, like jewel crafting and alchemy would theoretically be a good one to pair because alchemy can craft primal convergent, and JC can use primal convergent to craft elemental harmony. But I have jewel crafting and inscription on one character, and I like it. Yeah, SOD. Gotcha. Okay, right on. Well, welcome back to retail. Things are going to be picking up here fairly soon, I think. Pretty excited for it. Once season 4 is live, I guess, to be more specific about that. Des, welcome in again. I'm not sure if you caught me earlier. I was neck deep in chat when you messaged earlier, but welcome in. Thanks for coming back. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. I have an old tune with engineering and tailoring, pit B from Matt. If I were so invested, I'd swap them around. I have an army of alts for Matt support. Hell yeah, we'd love to hear that. Glutton for punishment. All right, well, we could probably do another round of those. I'm going to spawn a mailbox next to me. Please let me just have both open at the, oh my gosh, annoying. Gotta go quick. Where is it? Oh. All right, got them all. Hell yeah. Crafting used to be so much easier. I'd almost consider dropping crafting professions, but once again, too far invested at this point. I'm intrigued to hear you say that, Legion, because like I don't know, and I'd be curious to hear why you feel that way, because I personally think that crafting right now is like once you get it, or I don't know, maybe that's not fair for me to say once you get it, but like I feel like there was just a certain point that once like I had gotten to with crafting professions, like it just all like clicked and made sense. But I mean, I guess there's always times where it just like clearly doesn't make sense because like people are literally selling stuff at like a loss. So I don't know if that's worth anything right now. Just admin stuff on my tunes. Last night, Glorious Gauntlets dropped from a Scorpion and Silithus while I was skinning. That's what's up. What are those worth? I'd imagine a pretty solid chunk of change. Glutton for punishment comment for you with scribe / JC on a single tune. Oh, okay, I got you. Another random question. Why do we use Auctionator and TSM? What does Auctionator do better than TSM? That's a great question. So TSM is really good for selling stuff on the auction house and doing crafting of old non-Dragonflight expansions. TSM really struggles with the fact that Dragonflight, what TSM like crafting wise, really struggles with the fact that Dragonflight has different ranks of materials. It actually probably doesn't so much struggle with that aspect, but it struggles with the fact that there's multi-craft and resourcefulness. So Craft Sim is built with those stats in mind and does the math in the back end, and I guess just TSM, I don't know why, that's just not something that they've done. So if you look at TSM crafting, like let me get on a good character that we could look at TSM crafting. This one will work. Oh, I died. Let's get logged in here. All right. So if we look at TSM crafting, so it's telling us that a primal convergent is the profit is -45. It says like for like most stuff, it's saying the profit is negative. If we look at Craft Sim, it's saying the profit is 3 gold 66. So why are the two different? Well, TSM is not again accounting for multi-craft resourcefulness procs. TSM is also, you know, in this particular example, it doesn't really matter because the Awakens don't have a specific rank. But if I was looking at a crafting thing that took different rank materials, TSM down here, like it would just be showing you the value at like whatever rank materials it like auto-filled. I'm not exactly sure what the logic is behind what rank materials it would select. Whereas Craft Sim will where's the menu? Well, there's this option. I guess I'll have to reset. Oh, it's because it's on Primal Convergent. Duh. So looking at like this material optimization window, you can optimize the materials when you have different rank items. So material optimization will automatically put in what rank materials are the cheapest, but also the best combination to achieve like the best rank end result. And that's just another thing that TSM doesn't do. So TSM is great for selling, and if you are going to do old world crafting, it can be great to use for that with like crafting operations. But another benefit to Craft Sim over TSM, in my opinion, for old world crafting, at least for my sake, for somebody that like is cranking out like a bunch of old world stuff, like people do a lot of old world transmog crafting and that kind of thing. So Craft Sim, or I mean TSM, is almost certainly better for them. But in my rare use case, I just use Craft Sim because I can just create a shopping list through Craft Sim to buy everything off the auction house. Where if you're going through the crafting process on TSM, creating shopping lists is a lot more difficult, and I mean I typically always ended up just manually buying everything, which was a pain in the ass. It would tell you how much of each item to buy, but you just had to manually type everything in, versus Craft Sim just creating that shopping list and just having it pull up here for you. So Craft Sim works really well in conjunction with Auctionator. So there's like those are three add-ons, I would say. Like if you're gonna do any like gold making, where you with professions into auction house, you need to have Auctionator, Craft Sim, and TSM. How do you do the shopping list on Craft Sim? So you can create a craft queue. So like, let's just say I wanted to craft Primal Convergence. I would open up this craft queue box. I would add the open recipe. Now, it is going to add the open recipe with whatever materials you... so like if you're crafting something with ranks, it's going to have whatever you have currently selected in this menu. So a lot of times I would say it's worth going into the simulation mode, using the material optimization button to optimize the materials, and then add the open recipe. So it's adding the open recipe based off of the optimized material and optimized profit. But then once you have it in here, you just put in the amount that you want to craft. Let's say you wanted to craft like 1,000 of these. And then once you have everything selected, you probably do want to select this box that says per character. That way Craft Sim will only consider the character that you're on, the materials they have when creating the shopping list. Otherwise it'll consider other characters, and you would have to mail the materials on those other characters, which nobody wants to do that. So check off per character, and then you just click this button, create Auctionator shopping list. If it doesn't do it, sometimes like if you just open the auction house, it doesn't do it like it is now. All you need to do is like click the shopping tab, and it'll go. But if you're like going about you don't have to be on the shopping tab to create the shopping list. It's only like if you have that little bug. Otherwise, you shouldn't have any issues. And the nice thing about that too is once the shopping list pulls up everything that you need to buy, you click on each item and it automatically has the amount of that item you need to buy. So you don't have to do any math or anything. It like just makes life so easy. So yeah, that's the spiel. Sorry, Legion Hearthstone event couldn't respond. No worries, my friend. Des, a few silver shy of 20k gold on my server according to TSM. Okay, hell yeah. And Des, if I remember correctly, you like almost exclusively just do world quests, right? I could be wrong, but I don't know. All right, let's do these fellas, these souls. Okay, so then I was talking to somebody else. My bad. You're trying to get into transmog and you farm a few pets on the side. Gotcha. Okay. Right on. Transmog is a tough market, but lots of value. Oh, great. You've got patience? Hell yeah. I mean, that's what you have to have for transmog. So if you've got patience, then you're already ahead of the game. So I feel like some people try to get into transmog, realize it takes patience, and they're like, no thanks. Which is kind of how it was for me. But it's just, for me, it was kind of just demoralizing seeing continuous, very little profit. But I'll probably try transmog again. There's just like so many different markets and like opportunities right now. But eventually, I'll have to do it. I would also do transmog farming if like we were like if we made some sort of like group through the stream. Like if there were people on NA that wanted to do like Silithus or something for a bit, like I'd definitely be down to do that. Shadow Priest is like feels like it just fucking owns. Am I wrong? I don't do current content. Is Shadow Priest bad in current content? But this guy has awful gear, and like I kill that. I like all the characters that I kill these guys on are pretty poorly geared, except for my warrior. And my Shadow Priest is like one of like has the easiest time with killing these elementals, and it seems like the quickest as well. I've gotten lucky with some drops. Fire Main leggings dropped from Dire Maul for me last week, valued at 199k per TSM. Damn. That is a super solid drop. Have you tried doing the Nax stuff yet? For the lamented gear? Scully and Eero told you to be patient. Well, they're probably some of the best to get advice from when it comes to transmog farming. So no, my sense of direction is horrible. I need more time. It's funny that you say that because I kind of feel the same way. When I look at Nax and I would walk into Nax and have no idea what to do or where to go. And I would probably end up looking at a guide. But I feel like every single time I went back to Nax, I would have to re-look at that guide because I'd not remember all the different turns and corridors you have to go down. And I also feel like doing that is probably like a lot more worth it if you have like multiple accounts you can take through at the same time. Like there was this one guy, Scope Killer streamer, who I'm in NA and he streams in the mornings for me. He's in Australia and it's like nights for him. But he takes like 5 characters through Nax at a time and gets a shit ton of the little lock boxes for the gear. Oh, I know what I can do. I need to restock. Ooh. Maybe what I should do. Vial of the Sands. There's some cheap Vial of the Sands out there right now. Gonna pick a few of these up, I think. I'd rather do group farms for Emerald Whelplings or Solitus for the Twilight Cultists than farm most instances. Mining, herbing, and scanning are my absolute favorites, though. You know what? Me too. I do not mind going out and just like mining for a while. And that's why like me getting this ghost iron ore is really nice because I'm just taking 2 characters and doing it on both of them. And I've got Netflix going or YouTube on the other screen. So I'm just like chilling and doing some easy mining. But yeah, I enjoy the group farms more too, especially the pet ones. I've really been enjoying doing the pet group farms. I wonder how many different pet group farms there are. Back in the day, when carbonite was a thing, I'd have a route and make and I'd have a and spend hours in Shalazar. I'm trying carbonite. Why doesn't that sound familiar to me? Was it like was it called carbonite ore, or was it like something that was crafted using a different type of ore or material or something? Vial of the Sands. I don't have enough. Oh, I only traded 100,000. I thought I traded a mill. Let's just trade another 100k then. Buy those last 3. It was a separate add-on. It would route herbing and mining, and you just followed the path. Wattle area. Gotcha. Okay. I miss those days. I remember it wasn't Shalazar Basin, but it was Oldham. Spending hours and hours cruising around Oldham, getting whiptail, going through the just center, and then doing a big wide circle to get the ore as well. That was always fun. Des, thank you so much for hanging out. Take care. Hope you have a great rest of your day. All right. So I want to get my other accounts restocked real quick here. Or my other servers, I mean. I keep saying other accounts. Other servers. I don't even know what the vial is currently selling for on my server. Oh, okay. Nice easy flip. All right. So, there's quite a bit of shit I need. So, vial, red, yellow. Red, yellow. I don't have a party platter. I don't have one of these. And a Mechano Hog. Alright, wonderful. That should be everything. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, Vile is going for a little bit more on this server. Love to see that. I'll probably repost real quick here. Fatality! Yeah, Mal'Ganis is just not having much luck. It's sad to see. I don't think there's really anything for me to restock here. I guess I need Ruby Panther. And I wonder what Vile. Mechanohog. What's that going for? Yeah, so let me grab one of those as well. All right. So I actually think I am gonna call it a night here, my friends. So thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It was a bit shorter one, but definitely gonna go live this weekend and try to get a good amount of time in this weekend. So hope to see you there. Lava, thank you so much for the subscription. That's really kind of you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Fader, thank you for the follow once again. Very nice of you. Also, Lava with the follow. And then yesterday, well, I wasn't streaming. Elikim289, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah. Legion, thanks for hanging out. Necro, thanks for hanging out. Dez, thanks for hanging out. If I missed anybody, thank you guys all for gold. Thank you all for hanging out. Come back soon for the Twitch drop starting tomorrow. Oh, that's a good call. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I'll be live this weekend. Yeah, thank you guys again for hanging out. Stay happy, stay safe. We'll see you all next time.